Hey there, today we're doing a review of the Sympl Commuter Pack V2.2. It's the 20 liter, it's in ballistic nylon, it's got some updates, it's one of the most popular EDC bags in the world. And after reviewing almost 800 of the world's best backpacks, I'm gonna break this bag down for you so you can tell whether it's worth the price. In this review, we're gonna fully pack the bag out, double check its advertised capacity. I'm gonna give you my brutally honest pros and cons and overall scores. And finally, you're gonna wanna stick around to the end of the video because you might not be sold this is the bag for you. And if that's the case, at the end, I'll make some alternative recommendations for bags that are close to this, but have some key differences so you can find the best bag that suits your needs. Let's talk about the gist of the Sympl Commuter Pack V2.2. If you don't know, Sympl is an Australian brand based in the US, and they're known for kind of their digital nomad meets surfer kind of lifestyle. Their weekender packs they're solid, they've done well. But when Sympl came onto the stage with this commuter pack, with the V1, it turned some freaking heads. And I still think it's one of the best EDCs on the planet, but it's got its quirks. There's no doubt about that. And just some clarification on the V2.2 weirdness, like it sounds like a software update, but Sympl is just a brand that moves really fast. There's two types of bag brands. One type just moves very slow with their feedback. They'll wait till like an official V2 of their bag, like let's say like an Air. But Sympl, they're doing like updates in between, hence the V2.2. So I wanted to see what V2.2 is bringing to the table. And also this is our first time reviewing a Sympl bag in ballistic nylon. So lots to discuss. Let's quickly go over some of the top features. It's got a very techy and professional aesthetic, a quick access front pocket with a bit of organization, a quick access top admin pocket with a lot more organization. This is one of the most interesting and unique selling points of the bag. I'll talk about its pros and cons one chapter from now. One water bottle pocket, my personal favorite feature, which is the umbrella stash pocket. That's what I call it at least. You can put other things in there, not just an umbrella, but it's a dope pocket. Full clamshell style opening, a hard-ish shell back panel, controversial, and some beefy, chunkalicious shoulder straps. Sympl claims this bag is 20 liters capacity. Let's put that to the test. Quick dimension check. We got a height of 18 inches, width of 12 inches, and a fully packed out depth of 8 inches. Measuring volume is a bit more of an art than a science. We're only testing two compartments, the quick access side pocket and the main compartment. Reason being, all the other pockets, now that the bag is fully packed out, are very flush. As you can see, they're not really giving any additional volume now. So these two compartments will tell the majority of the story. All right, so the front compartment, it's got some volume. Just a little over 2 liters by itself, and that's with the bag fully packed out, so pretty impressive. So as you can see right here, we're just slightly above 20 liters capacity, which if you add in a little bit extra space in the laptop compartment and the top admin pocket, you're definitely getting a very cozy 20 liters with this bag. Sympl claims this bag weighs 3.1 pounds. Again, 3.16 on scale number 1, and just under 3.1 pounds on scale number 2. As of recording, the bag comes in 2 fabric options, both of which are in black. We'll talk about this fabric options a little bit more in the next chapter. This is the bag when it's empty. And here you can see it fully packed out and worn on the Nomadization team. I'm 5'8", and Jason Bagmoa is 6'2". All Sympl bags are covered by their lifetime warranty against manufacturing defects. And for all that, this bag runs around $240 USD, and that's the same price regardless of what fabric you get. Now remember, the goal of this video is to help you determine if that price is worth it. But it should be noted, if at some point you think it is and you wanna make a purchase or learn more information, we highly suggest doing so with the first link in the description below. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But that link also helps support the Nomadization YouTube channel and team, so we can keep making the best bag reviews on the web. Thank you very much. Let's talk about the front of the Sympl Commuter Pack 20 liter V2.2. This is where we always talk about the aesthetic, and I think that this bag looks great, but there's a couple of caveats with that. And you can see with the design, it's a bag that can kind of sink into itself a little bit, and also a bag that has a bit of a fold right here. And we'll kind of cover why that actually happens throughout the review. So when the bag isn't fully packed out, it can look, let's just say, compromised. That aside, I think it's a smart looking bag. Obviously got techie vibes, but it's got some professionalism to it. Like I could pull up to a meeting wearing this bag. I'd be very cool with that. And one big reason contributing to that is the primary fabric, of which, remember, there's 2 options. This is my first time with a Sympl bag using ballistic nylon, and I'm a little sad they use ballistic nylon because every bag brand uses ballistic nylon. but there's a good reason why. It's like a miracle fabric for backpacks. Previously, Sympl used a polycarbonate, and this fabric was cool. It's kind of leathery, rubbery, extremely weather resistant. And that's because of the polycarbonate face this fabric has. It's gonna handle rain and storms and sleet and snow very, very well. In contrast though, ballistic nylon is gonna be better for you if you don't quite need as much weather resistance and you're a bit more focused on abrasion resistance. Or if you're just not focused on any technicalities as well. If you just want a great bag, the ballistic nylon is probably just the easiest route to go. But if you want something that sticks out a little bit and feels and looks interesting and different, I prefer the polycarbonate. What do you think? Are you team PC, team ballistic nylon? Let me know what you think in the comments below. But one thing to note about this ballistic nylon is that it is made by Cordura, so it is the cream of the crop of fabrics. Sympl's branding has slowly gotten quieter over the years. Years ago when they first launched, this was their branding, and they've slowly but very surely listened to customer feedback and brought it down to a significantly more minimal this. And that's where you gotta give Sympl credit. They are a brand that listens to feedback devoutly. Let's talk about the two front pockets. The first one is a quick access pocket when you're walking. You can see here it's accessible with these laser cut Hypalon poles. Love the look and feel of these, and they are easily replaceable. You can actually like unfold the Hypalon and then replace it with whatever zipper pulls that you want. And I like the fact that they're YKK. I love the fact that they're YKK, best zippers in the game. But I don't love the fact as much that these are PU coated. PU coated zippers on the negative side, they could peel and look like this, and they're also kind of sticky, but on the bright side, they are more weather resistant, up to 30% based on our internal testing. You know, the community's pretty torn on this. I'm definitely just going more and more away from PU coated zippers the longer I've been reviewing bags. And this is just a great pocket for when you're wearing the bag, you swing it on over and you can immediately access whatever you have organized in here. And as we showed, it's got some balls, this pocket. It's got some volume to it, so you can pack something larger in there, like your Uniqlo hoodie. That will compromise the aesthetic a bit though. When the bag is fully packed out, that'll push it out, ain't gonna look too sexy. So I think for most people, you're gonna use the internal pockets in here to organize your smaller bits of gear. These pockets use a Darlington mesh, very, very nice material, very elastic. First pocket's a great spot for your phone. Second spot, you can slide in your pen. We got a magnetic key leash, easily accessible there as well. Nice touch. And like I said, enough depth, you can throw your shades in there, throw a notebook in there. It's a very versatile pocket, and it's one of the few bags that gives you a big quick access pocket in the front here and a large admin pocket at the top. Some bags gonna specialize in this pocket, some bags specialize in that pocket. This is one of the few that does both really well. Top pocket, let's talk about it. A lot of organization. If you are a very OCD, like organized person, then you're gonna love this. For me, it's actually, you know, I grew to like it, and I think that they took down the organization a little bit from V2. You can see we got two pockets here, pen holder, zip pocket in the middle, 1, 2, 3 smaller pockets, and then the sleeve in the back. Love the sleeve, it's got a microfiber lining. This means it could be a great spot for your sunglasses, or pop your Kindle in there. It has a magnetic closure, which I don't love because then it's kind of like the Kindle's getting in the way of that, and then the magnet, I don't know, just, did that need to be magnetic? I guess it depends on what you put in there. And then with this pocket, because of all this lining and everything that's going on in here, it looks like there's volume, but there really isn't, so it's just for small things, guys. In the zippered pocket, you can throw your pen, passport-sized notebook, backup batteries, tempo tissues, your tape measure for all you bag reviewers like me out there. And because of this bag's really impressive self-standing abilities, a pocket like this is freaking awesome. That's because you can kind of look at it as like your desk caddy, right? The bag's sitting next to you, you're at your laptop, workspace, whatever, getting work done. You're like, oh shit, I gotta grab something. This is just so easy just to, you know, go over. It's right there. You grab your tissues, good to go. And like the self-standing on this bag is impressive because, first of all, you can see how it's caving in right now. But even with it caving in and all the weight being right here at the top, it's still self-standing. It's got a really nice structure to it that's coming in at a little bit heavier of a weight. 3 pounds for 20 liters, that's not a great ratio. We at Nomads Nation usually like to see like 10 liters per pound. So 20 liters, 2 to 2.5 pounds is good, but you start getting into 3-pound territory. It's heavy, but you're getting trade-offs, you're getting extra durability, and that extra padding that's going into the weight is giving you the ability to self-stand. Moving on, let's talk about the middle of the Sympl Commuter Pack V2.2. On side number 1, we got a handle, a little bit of padding, a little bit of grip. It's a fine handle. For me, completely unnecessary on a 20-liter backpack, but I know for some people, you like it, especially if you're traveling with the bag, just gives you that point of leverage. You can toss it around a little bit, access it faster. And then on the north and southern points of the top handle, we have external lash points that you can clip things onto, your carabiner, maybe some hand sanitizer that you want quick access to. But let's talk about one of my favorite pockets, which I call the umbrella pocket. But it don't have to be an umbrella pocket, but to me, it is the Sympl umbrella pocket. It is long. Look at how big this effer is. And then inside we have this stunning premium meshy fabric that has a really cool pattern to it. And because of the location and just the design, it's very long and umbrella-esque. It's just the perfect umbrella pocket. You can also maybe fit a small tripod in there. Very, very small. Selfie stick, 0.5. Good call as well, Sig. You're on fire today. Maybe the Evergoods Cap 0.5 can fit in there. It can. It actually looks tight, but you're surprised by the volume it has. At least I'm surprised sometimes by the volume it has. But it will have limitations. Let's see about the 1-liter Yeti. I don't think we're gonna get that in there. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But a smaller water bottle like the 24-ounce Columbia, we can fit that in there. So you can just see it's quite versatile. I mean, it's not, you can't fit wide, bulky things in there, but for things that are taller, water bottle and or umbrella shaped, it's just such a great pocket. But keep in mind one thing. Although it's an umbrella pocket for me, that does not mean it's waterproof. So you get to the inside, this fabric right here, it will leak through. So like, don't put, you know, an uncovered bottle of water in there and be upset when it leaks through. But if after it rains, you kind of do the umbrella shimmy, right? You get 80% of the water off and you put it in there. I've done it dozens of times. I've carried this bag as my EDC for months. It doesn't really leak through. Actually, before we go to the inside though, let's talk about the real water bottle pocket on the other side. Securable with this D-ring right here and releasable via a zipper. 24-ounce Columbia fits. You're probably not gonna get much bigger than that. Let's try the 1-liter Yeti. Okay, just kidding. The 1-liter Yeti fits as well. We'll actually double check that just in a second when the bag is fully packed out. In the main compartment, we have these 2 pockets here, also using a very nice and stretchy Darlington mesh, which gives the pockets a bit more volume. And the top pocket actually has its own gusset as well for more volume. Good spot for some meds. The extra volume is nice too because the zipper is tight, very tight. But as you can see, this mesh expands, giving you more versatility about what you can pack in there. Sleeve here, ideal for the business papers. If you know, you know. Sling, tech pouch at the bottom, hoodie, over-the-ear headphones. That's a 20-liter, guys, right? It gets you going through the day. A little bit more. Throw another tech pouch in there. Let's say I'm carrying a sweater for my wife as well, because I'm a gentleman. All right, now I would push the bag to its limits. That's about all a 20-liter will hold. Keep in mind for the 2 side pockets, when the bag is fully packed out, the umbrella pocket is going to be, less usable, so the thicker water bottles might be more challenging, but a thinner umbrella still absolutely works right in there. And then on the flip side, now that the bag's fully packed out, the 24-ounce Columbia getting in there nicely. The 1-liter Yeti also, okay, that's actually nice. Doesn't feel the most secure. You can see the upside down test not going very well, but that's why Sympl gave us this D-ring, so you can clip onto the top. Last few crucial notes. Top handle is great. Really nice soft lining underneath. Really nice padding, plus just plenty of space to put your hand under. It gives it a little bit of a bunny ear kind of a look, which aesthetically isn't everyone's cup of tea, but functionally speaking, this top handle rocks. Self-standing, like I said, I mean, it's like a 4 out of 5 on the self-standing scale. If it's not packed out and the top has a lot in it and it starts to bend inward, it can tumble over, but more or less, it's a champ. And then if you're traveling with this bag, this is our airline checker for a personal item, 18 by 14 by 8 inches. You can see it's gonna be a little tight, but we slid through. We're still working on getting walls on this thing. We're getting there. Come on, Alfred, any day now. And just one final note on self-standing, like just to nerd out on it, because I know it's important to a lot of people. And just like, it should be important to you, because if you're watching a review like this, like you're looking for a killer backpack, and the ability to self-stand, in my opinion, and in most reviewers and just kind of people's opinions, is a game changer. It depends how you use your bag. Don't get me wrong, there's always a wall that you can lean it against, but the ability just to do this and not fall over every single time is just kind of a game changer. But it doesn't mean that the bag is made of wood. It's not made of concrete. It doesn't mean that it will always stand up straight. There needs to be a proper base in there, okay? You can't just put a bunch of stuff at the top and be like, oh, it didn't stand up, it fell over, I don't get it. Like, you still have to make sure that you're giving it the proper foundation to self-stand, but if you do, this one's great. I know that I rant a lot, guys, but I'm just really passionate about bags. Not just bags, like carry gear, EDC, travel, that whole trifecta, it's my life. I mean, I review this gear for a living. I even made my own gear company. And one of the things that I'm most proud of is actually the Nomads Nation newsletter, where I take sort of all this knowledge of me and the Nomads Nation team and just looking at what's happening in this industry, and we just bring you the top breaking news to your inbox on a monthly basis. Think the newest drops, limited edition releases, industry trends, and everything in between. It's kind of like I'm the reporter on the front lines of what's happening in the world of carry. So that interests you and you want to learn more, like, outside of the YouTube channel and just have this beautiful carry EDC travel goodness delivered fresh to your inbox, be sure to sign up to the Nomads Nation newsletter, which you can do by finding this globe emoji in the description below. Hope to see you in your inbox. Let's talk about the back of the Sympl Commuter Pack V2.2. Tech compartment has a PU coated zipper, and I'm cool with PU coated zippers on tech compartments because if there's any place that I can handle a stickier zipper that might peel, it's in my tech compartment because that extra weather resistance could come in handy. This is the only zipper on a bag that has a little anti-theft pass-through loop right here, just giving you a little extra security if you need it. Single zipper entrance. We've got a bit of organization. So laptop sleeve itself right here, divider that connects magnetically to the other side, and then a couple of pockets here as well. Let me show you with better lighting. Ah, there we go. These two pockets, these guys. Let's test out some different tech stuff, starting with laptop. I've got a cutout of a 16-inch MacBook Pro, and that is sliding in nicely, very nicely. So anything smaller will definitely fit. The 17 though, do not think this will happen. This is our Asus VivoBook. Oh, close, okay. So some 17ers, it's coming a little harsh around that corner. It's possible, not a fun time though. I'd say 16-inch laptops and smaller, you'll be good to go though. This laptop compartment is also very nice. You can see it has this wide mouth opening if you need it, and really nice microfiber material. It's actually not that nice. It's actually kind of cheap for the price point, I feel like. $250, and this is the best microfiber we could do. I'm nitpicking, but it could be better. Then on the flip side, that's where we're gonna put something bulkier, like my travel adapter. You can put your charger on the other side as well, or you could say nothing bulky goes there and just put a big old power brick. It's actually very nice. Let's see if my keyboard will fit. Oh, the keyboard. Logitech keyboard, just barely fitting as well. So you can see with the way that pocket is designed, it gives you a fair amount of versatility, which it's actually like a really nice, it really is. I'll admit though, like with the bending here, I wouldn't do that too much because of the hard shell back panel. And then for the false bottom situation, it's all right. Yeah, we got this slightly elevated, not the falsiest bottom I've ever seen, but there's padding under here to help with the self-standing. There's some elevation going on. It's a fine laptop sleeve. Your laptop's gonna be very protected in here. No doubt about that. This wide mouth opening though, I don't love it because I feel like it's putting a lot of pressure and potential breakage on this back panel. It's a very hard shell-y back panel. Let's talk about it. Because it's been a point of critique for a lot of Sympl bags. You see this is some sort of mold, I assume. EVA potentially, and that's gonna have pros and cons. Pro gives the bag extra structure. Pro too, if you just like a harder back panel, it's gonna feel nice to you. Cons though, some people find that uncomfortable. It's not painful, but it just feels like a sheet against your back as opposed to a more cushiony back panel. Me though, never minded it. I've worn this bag, like I said, I've been testing this bag out for the past week and I've worn previous versions with basically the same back panel and it's just never bothered me. I think that maybe if I had a gun to my head, hypothetically, I would choose maybe something a little bit softer, but I don't know. I'm not like super picky about that because the shoulder straps are the most important thing to me. And these shoulder straps have got it going on. Very chunky, very well padded as well. You can see we've got a thickness. Woo, that's some chunk, dude. We're at 1 3/4 cm, 1.75. That's very well padded. Sternum strap is great, helps take the weight off your lower back. We've got plenty of dangle stoppers and a very high quality nylon webbing. It's a small thing, but it just goes a long way when you're spending 250 USD on a backpack. So I appreciate that. A couple of external lash points as well, laser cut hypalon. And I'll go more in depth on the actual notes of the comfort of this bag when we do the overall scores. And last point, let's talk about the luggage pass-through right here. It's very flush and out of the way and well designed from that perspective, but it means that you gotta really it's not too hard to get it on. No, actually, okay. I thought that now with the bag fully packed out and with this back panel being so tight and with the luggage pass-through being tight that it would like really with the bag a little bit. Sometimes these are too tight and it like pulls on everything and makes the bag look warped, which then I'm concerned that it's gonna break with, but like more or less, this is really nicely executed. I could have appreciated maybe just a little bit more looseness on that luggage pass-through, because it is still pulling a bit, but we've got, decent stitching here. We've got definitely some reinforced fabric underneath, so it should be okay. And this would be obviously an amazing bag to travel with. You rock this with a suitcase. The quick access that you're gonna get right here is going to be awesome. Plus you got the quick access here. I mean, this is just an awesome travel companion. Okay, time to dive into the most crucial part of this review. Let's talk about the overall pros and cons of the Sympl Commuter Pack Ballistic Nylon 20-liter version V2.2. Pro number 1 for me is going to be the dual quick access. You're getting this quick access when you're wearing the bag, and this quick access when the bag is standing next to you. It's a really effective 1-2 punch. Pro number 2 for me, the unique feature of this umbrella pocket, what I call the umbrella pocket on the side. I love it, I find it versatile. It's just a great feature on this bag. And pro number 3, I'm gonna say organization. Obviously, we have these 2 compartments, but within those compartments, there's tons of smaller pockets and then just all throughout the bag. If you're somebody who is a little bit more on the OCD side of things, you like things organized, this bag's gonna be a dream for you. But on the flip side, let's talk cons. Every bag's got them, here's mine. Con number 1, weight, 20 liters, 3 pounds, not ideal. Con number 2, not for me, but for many people on the interwebs, the back panel being a little on the stiffer side. Not everyone's a fan of that. And con number 3 will be that caving effect that occurs on the front of the bag. Functionally, it only messes with the self-standing, but aesthetically, it's not gonna be everyone's cup of tea. Okay, let's take these overall pros and cons, mash them together, and give you our overall scores. Should be noted, these scores are personal, just based on my experience using this bag. Score number 1 for comfort, I'm gonna give this bag 4 out of 5. If you hate the stiff back panel, it might be a lower score. For me, like I said, I actually kinda like it. But it's got everything I need. Beefy, chunky shoulder straps, sternum strap when the load is particularly heavy, a solid enough back panel, feel like it got support and structure. The lining on the shoulder straps is a bit coarse, but more or less, it's an extremely comfortable backpack. Next up for value, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. I think there's a lot of unique offerings on this bag, but at the end of the day, in like this ultimate end game EDC category, you can get the rework Toshi for $189 or the Air City Pack Pro 2 for $210. Not that doesn't mean that there's not value in this bag. I still might even prefer this bag to those 2. It just depends on what you value, and I'm just trying to give you an idea. Not that this bag is giving you poor value, I'm just trying to give you reference points for what else is available on the market. And for my overall score, I'm gonna give this bag a 4.5 out of 5. This is one of my favorite everyday carries of all time. It's a bit heavy for me, it's a bit bulky for me, and I don't personally need all the organization, but it just delivers. And there's a reason this bag is constantly referred to in that end game category, because for a lot of people, this is an absolute end game, last bag you'll ever need to buy. And just a reminder, if you're thinking about making a purchase, we do recommend doing so with the first link in the description, just because that link makes sure that you get the best price, and if we have any discount codes, that's where you'll find them. But if you're not quite sold on the Sympl Commuter Pack, let's talk alternatives. First up, if you're new to the Nomads Nation channel, you should check out our leaderboard rankings video. This is where myself and the Nomads Nation squad, we get together and we pick our favorite bags in different bag categories. It's the best way for you to see what the best options are on the market, but from different people's perspectives, because not everyone agrees with what I like. I've gone ahead and linked that video above. Also, if you are new to Nomads Nation, I want to tell you that after reviewing hundreds of the world's best bags, we decided to start our own gear company as well. That company is called Fyro, and at Fyro, we're on a mission to equip modern professionals with gear that keeps them streamlined and focused. We've launched a sling, a travel bag, and a killer EDC of our own, and we're also building our own amazing community. If you want to learn more about any Fyro bags, you can do so at fyro.co or with the second link in the description. But we're very close with this commuter pack. Here are two alternatives that might get you a little bit closer. Alternative number one is going to be the Able Carry Daily Plus. This is a great pick for you if you're looking for a game-changing endgame backpack, but you just kind of want to see it done a little bit differently. Able Carry bags don't self-stand. Able Carry bags have a little bit more of an urban, tactical aesthetic, but Able Carry bags are also some of the best in the frickin' world. And the Daily Plus it's a really cool bag, dude, and probably the most comfortable that I've ever tested, along with having amazing features and tech protection. I really like that bag. And my second alternative suggestion is gonna be the Evergoods CTB20. This is a great pick for you if you really want that side access and top access. Evergoods actually gives you another top access in the back yoke pocket, but you don't need something as urban looking. You're cool with a bit more of a crossover aesthetic. And you just want, again, another brand that does a little bit differently. Evergoods has 2 water bottle holders, some of the best in the world. And it's like a nerdy, weird thing to say, but they are. And Evergoods is f***ing amazing, and Sympl's f***ing amazing, and Able Carry is f***ing amazing. As you can tell, I'm very excited about backpacks and what's happening in the world of bags. The difficult challenge for you will be just finding the best one for your needs. And if you want to learn more about the 2 alternatives, you can do so by watching these videos right here. If you got any questions about any bags, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you guys next time.